Hello, my Sootlings. It's lovely to see you at the Hearth today. If you're new here, this is a space for us to kick back, relax, and enjoy some games together. Today we'll be playing Baldur's Gate 3. Now, grab some cocoa from the kettle and cozy up by the fire. You're welcome to stay as long as you'd like. Hello everyone, welcome in. We're going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3 today. I thought we'd try out a new game and see how we enjoy it, and I figured we'd make a new character today. So we're going to play on balance because I feel like that makes for a more comfortable gaming experience while not entirely removing all of the difficulty. So we're going to hit start here and it's going to load on up. I'll see you guys when we're in. I'm going to be real quiet because this is a cool cinematic. I really like this. Feet. Hey Lizelle, what's up? So this part might bother some people, so if you're not interested in watching a tadpole go into somebody's eye, please look away. And now it's our turn. This part always gives me the heebie-jeebies. That thing actually reminds me of the Tooth Fairy from I believe it was Hellboy 2, or was that Hellboy 1? I can't remember. I think that was Hellboy 2 though. We're going to go ahead and reset our tutorials because it's been a minute since I've played this, so I don't remember everything, so we'll have to go through everything. I will see you guys when we get done with character creation. Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. We're going to go over the character that I decided to make. Her race is half-elf. This is kind of a throwback to a character that I made in an actual D&D campaign. You can't unfortunately do the same cheese that I did in that game where you effectively always have buckets and buckets of temporary HP from Armor of Agathis wearing off after a long rest, and because you're a half-elf, technically you don't do a full 8-hour rest, so it doesn't technically count as what more or less I did in that campaign, and it worked and it was a lot of fun. My DM was very nice on that front, and I just have always had a fondness for my character since then. I decided to do some fun things, made the character kind of look like me, and then made some changes. So I have a higher base racial speed with half-elves, which is also really nice. And then being a wood half-elf, my movement speed is increased even more, so I can really get around. I am Warlock because I really enjoy the force damage from Eldritch Blast. And the Friends cantrip is fantastic for getting past some of the charisma checks that you may or may not struggle with some more suspicious people. And then I went with the subclass of the Archfey with Fairy Fire because I don't like dealing with invisibility and people being invisible and hitting me, so I like just having that. And then Charm Person also gets past like harder charisma checks, so I find that to be pretty useful utility-wise. And so yeah, learning spells, those are my spells that I chose. I went with Noble because I like Persuasion. There's only a few that really give you Persuasion. There's Guild Artisan, which gives insight and persuasion, which I thought about, but I think persuasion and history might be fun because you get some fun interactions with the history checks in this game. And then for abilities, this is our stat block. I went with everything being an even number, so that way I get the plus or minus without having to like invest feats into just these bonuses later on. So I have a 16 in charisma, 16 in dexterity, so that way my armor class is higher, a higher constitution, so I have a little bit more health. So, and then I dumb, that's okay. Just wisdom and strength, I like being at a good 10, so that way I don't have, I have just a +0, so I'm not hindered in my stuff. So yeah, a little bit of metagaming, I suppose. And then for my appearance, I went with this kind of tattoo thing on my character because I wanted it to be kind of a tie into that she's a half wood elf, so she's really connecting with her Fey ancestry with some kind of tree-ish looking growth thing here, and I thought that was just really cool. I have blue hair, so I decided to go with kind of blue hair for this one, and tied in some nice pretty teal eyeshadow with to make her eyes really pop. So yeah, that's more or less my character. We're just gonna go with this one because I thought that I might enjoy naming my character after somebody in a book I'm reading. And I'm just gonna randomize our guardian. Gith guardian sounds like fun, so let's just do that. So venture forth. Let's just go ahead. And I'm gonna be quiet while the videos are going. Big yawn. So funny thing about how that looks, there was a card that was just released in the, I think it was Pillars of Eternity or Edge of Eternity, I forget. But the Magic the Gathering set that just came out, there was a whole bunch of spaceships that were in that set, and one of the arts looked very much like that introduction to the ship here. And I was talking to my husband about it, and we were both agreeing that it kind of looks like the Nautiloid here, so it's just a funny thing. I mean, they are both made by Wizards of the Coast, so I'm not surprised, you know, that it looks similar. Whoever did the animations for these dragons, though, really outdid themselves, because these dragons look incredible. Their movement is so, like, fluid. It looks very realistic, to be honest. I don't know. I think that it's just really well done, and kudos to whoever did the animations for the dragons, because I just love it so much. Thrum. As my son would do. Burr, shiver, shiver. This does not seem very great. Yay, dragons! They blowed up the ship. Hi, Lizzo. Legitimately, she looks at you right here. Like, I don't... she sees you later and she just doesn't recognize you, and I don't know why her immediate thought is just violence, but that's just... To be fair, I do understand her caution with all the training that she's been given, but she knows exactly what just happened to you and when it happened to you, because she was literally right there. And we're in Avernus. We got yoinked. And we're loaded in. At least it's doing the intro animation. Hi, that's us. Lookies, how pretty. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Nautiloid. We are in hell, literally. We're flying over Avernus, and we have to get to the next area. So,
better not be cursed.
I'm gonna go ahead and come over here and pick these things up. We're running. Don't mind us. Just running around, picking stuff up. We are going to sell these later, not for very much, but enough to really kind of just help us get like some basic supplies. Maybe a couple more potions here and there, so I'm gonna just keep those. And then we're gonna run over here and grab from this chest. I've played this before, but so I know where some of this stuff is. But I wanted to share the experience with you because I technically have never finished this game, because the first game that I played, I had gotten all the way to Act 3 and honestly almost at the end, and then patch 5 hit and my entire save file like exploded and disappeared. So I don't know what happened, but yeah.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Hello, narrator. I love the lady that did the narration for this. Her voice is just gorgeous. We're gonna do an investigation check. We a little dumb, so we may not beat it. That's fine. Hey, we still beat it. Nice. That's nice. Even with our -1. That's handy.
The casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
Oh, really now? Well, don't mind if I touch it. And boom. We got blown up. That's okay. That's all for today. Thank you for stopping by. Remember, the Hearth is always home for those who wish to visit. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to drift by again. Be safe, Sootlings.